it starts doing well, putting Bob down, who else on... I guess who else on Bruv is really going to set the tempo? I'm not really sure. So we'll have to see as we get into game number 1. This is elimination. It will be elimination. There are no second chances from here on out. So both these teams have to bring their A game. And we'll see how it goes here. Early smokes out from both sides. As they try and find some action. Ping's already coming through. We might see a bit of a tussle.
They are split just a little bit. But it might just end up with them running into Hoodwink. Nothing to be had. Yeah, this should just be a normal 2 for 2 if I had to hazard a guess. Zephyr's still kind of playing with fire, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, nothing's going to happen, right? Unless, you know, the Bristleback just levels Goo and tries to run you down. Even then, you know, you can kind of scurry through the trees and probably make them chase for a lot longer than they want to. They don't really have the best level 1 on the side of, I think, Bruv. I mean, unless the sniper is there and just triple shrapnels or something like that. So, what was this about? Is he calling him out? What's going? Yeah, thank you.
I don't know. He's just making a comment.
He's just clarifying the the alias. Like,
yeah, just in case no one else knew.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you for letting us know. Yeah, Mamang Daya for the people, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a 2 for 2, but not really in the way that we expected per se. Zephyr managed to sneak in to the top side and actually plant a ward there. That's pretty interesting. Maybe expecting that there'll be stacks created there for the Bristleback to farm. Probably correct as well, and maybe an opportunity that the side of Mantaps want to take coming maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes when this rune come up. You know, Mamang Daya might try and make that rotation over. But we'll have to see. So get into the laning stage here. Any particular sort of area of interest you'd like I'll bring our attention to, Crash?
I mean, one thing that I noticed immediately was, well, first let me frame it for you a little bit, Sneeze. Let me paint you a picture.
Okay, let me hear it.
You're playing against the Chen. You blocked the easy camp, right? Of course. You're playing. Of course. Why would you not? The thing is, with the safe lane now, there's 2 easy camps. Very easy for Chen to get the creep that he wants. Zephyr is body blocking one of the easy camps with his nice little squirrel body there, and then if you look up further to the north, there's a damn sentry ward blocking the other camp. So Zephyr made that whole movement up and around, which we were kind of like, oh, what's he doing over there? Well, he's blocking the easy camp, and now Chen is stuck without any creeps to help. Well, one creep, but no more.
I mean, he's trying to sort of still use the hard cam to start these pulls and at least get the lane in a comfortable position, because I think 4-2-3 is probably fine here, even though the lane's pushed up a little bit. I don't think Raven and Zephyr are really in the market for some aggressive moves, but we'll put our eyes back on them very shortly. Let's see how the other lanes are going here. So mid, we kind of know how that's going to go. But bot lane, I think we were seeing for a bit just now there. The Bear already starting to get clicked down by Tsukimoto. He had such an excellent time on the Monkey King and the Sniper in his previous performances. And now it's just trying to out-trade this Lloyd Enchantress. That's going to be very annoying with that Enchanted Ghoul.
Yeah, I don't think people give the easy camp creeps enough credit, right? The ghost, the little Vol here. It is really annoying in lane. Like, it's just as annoying as a sniper clicking you, right? It's like, okay, like, please stop, please out of here, please. The ghost slow in particular is so good.
Yeah, you ever see one of those like Instagram pet couples? It's like a boyfriend and girlfriend. They each have their own pet. This is what this lane is with Lloyd and Jackie. Like, he has his bear and then she has whatever the hell she's just enchanted, and they're like, there's just like an Instagram account for like that pet family. Have you seen that? Because it's all the rage in Singapore. Like people love doing that. They'll make posts pretending to be their pet. Oh, my human really treated me well today on my birthday, as if they know when their birthday is. Be for real.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm down to celebrate a pet's birthday, but it's definitely for you and not for them.
Yeah. As is the nature of having a pet. Zephyr. This squirrel is not being taken care well of. First blood drawn by 4-2-3. They're just being run down, and really nothing you can do about it. I think Zephyr in particular has to be very careful playing in the trees, but if you're playing in the trees, you're not really contributing to the lane, right? You're not helping with the equilibrium. I guess the upside is that Raven is still doing magnificently. He's 17-1 right now, and he's not really concerned about a thing.
I mean, Zephyr's been sitting around with 0 mana, honestly. Part of them thankful that they died there. But still, feeding away to Bristleback, not a good start.
Yeah. Max stick on Raven, so it's not too bad. At 4-2-3, just making the most of his mana pool right now just to push back the Centaur. But I think you might be a bit of a punching block right now, but it doesn't really matter as long as you're getting your levels, as long as you're getting your last hit. So, Bob? Oh, it's an early rotation from Zephyr. This is the difference that we were talking about. Mamang Daya very, very clearly pushing back Bob. Now, it hasn't really stopped Bob from getting his last hits, and Zephyr's here for a little bit of a gank as well. Nice little tree plant there, but Bob, with the shield crash, will still be fine, but unfortunately that means that he can't get the water rune. Meanwhile, looks like I Will Destroy You, or rather Seimei and Tsukimoto were able to run down Jackie, while Mamang Daya just charges in and gets a kill. Okay.
A little greedy of Bob to stick around there, honestly. I felt like he had every right to get out of that situation, but chose to greed it out, stick around mid for just a little bit longer.
Ooh, this is looking like a bit of a sour situation in the top lane. I don't know whether this is what you really wanted. I guess the creeps will sort of come to you now, but Raven, he's just being completely zoned away from this wave, and they're even going to fortify it just to extend the awkwardness. It's Mamang Daya TP though. Bristleback still very tanky, but no level 6 yet on Mamang Daya. He has a charge. Let's start winding it up. Raven can't really close in for the Storm, so it'll just be a nice bit of damage on the Bristleback, forcing him to back up. And that's all.
Pretty necessary of a move from Mamang Daya. Not ideal.
Bot lane?
But it
looks like they caught out Lloyd. Oh. This Enchantress is just having a rough time. I think like the second you run into the Slada as a pos 5, at this level, you're just gonna get run down.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've also seen already Bear die twice in this bottom lane. Jackie's stuck without a Bear for another 5 seconds.
Oh, I heard a Primal Beast. Oh, okay. The voice line's coming out. Nice. Mamang Daya. I had a feeling that was happening because I saw the Pango's HP just drop me low, and I'm like, uh-oh. Mamang Daya's on some stuff because I couldn't see the Pango icon on the minimap anymore, and I only saw Primal Beast. I'm like, he's pulverizing, isn't he?
Yeah. Some shenanigans are going on here, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, this is rough. Bob, I think this is what you expect when you see the Primal Beast Pango matchup, especially when the Primal Beast player is, I think, what we expected to be significantly better, a full 2 levels ahead of his counterpart now. Bob definitely struggling.
It's okay, Bob can make a move now that he's level 6, and I think Bob would love to do exactly that. If you can make your way bottom and kill off this lone druid, not just before 6, but after he's just resummoned his bear, could be massive. They might not even need Bob's help, to be honest. They could do it by themselves.
Yeah, but this is one of those situations where Bob wants to be involved more than they care for
I
him to
agree.
be involved, right? It's a bit for his recovery, in my opinion. 7-minute Wisdom Runes looks to be 1 apiece, as Tsukimoto is just going to hit back for that. No shenanigans involved. I mean, this Slada lane has gone a lot better for Slada than I expected. I mean, I know I said it does well against the Lone Druid, but at this current moment, the Lone Druid is farming okay, just a little bit behind. Looks like there are mass TPs coming in. They want to deal with Seimei. Oh, looks like there's a they all followed through the twin gates. What is 4-2-3 doing here? He's suddenly surrounded by 4 heroes. What? Where did this hunting party come from? I guess.
So what happened was both teams thought it was safe at the gate because they both have a ward there. So they see one hole. I gotta hold that thought here. Mamang Daya getting gone on.
Yeah, nice little wrap around here and a good punish, making that trade pretty even for them. And the tips come through back the other way. You gotta. That's a Bob special 3.
Look,
the audacity of him to say that, like after his team just like 4-man run, you look like a beast. True. I love this all chat.
like wholesome all chat. You know what I mean? Like there's no malice whatsoever.
Yeah, Bob just had
I more expected the all chat to originate from Bob, but clearly, you know, like we said at the end of last series, these two mid laners are very familiar with each other, right? They played against each other a lot. So I expect this all chat, the friendly banter between these two players, absolutely.
Yeah, and Mamang Daya, I think, you know, was very quiet in his previous series, just with quiet confidence. I feel like that's how you always characterize that player. But definitely letting loose and feeling good this game, no reason not to. But actually, net worth-wise, it is the side of Bruv that are doing very, very well for themselves. I guess when you take a look at how the side lanes are going, that's not surprising. But I think what I'm surprised about is the fact that Mamang Daya isn't really farming as well as I thought he would.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise to me as well. And this is also with Mamang Daya partaking in a kill as well, especially like on the bristleback too. So yeah, a little weird to me. I'm surprised he's not too far behind, but 500 gold is 500 gold. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think usually with Primal Beast, what you see is exactly what Mamang Daya is doing now, where you drag the creep wave to a hard camp or medium camp, and then you use trample to just max out that efficiency. I think it was Malrine that we saw that a lot from. The way he plays Primal Beast is always just min-maxing the efficiency in the early stage of the game and just coming out on top with superior levels and superior items way earlier than his opponents would expect. Mamang Daya, he has to be careful because he's been very active to the benefit of his team, but maybe a bit to his detriment as he's now one level behind Bob. Nice little charge away ahead of time, trying to get the room but denied, and the pig pull. Is that going to be enough move speed to get him out? Assassinate, trying to hunt the beast. Once again, a bit of a 3v1. The stampede isn't going to be enough, and Bob will hunt him down. This has been a complete reversal of the earlier situation in the lane. And the Primal Beast, he's starting to become the prey here.
Yeah, very over-aggressive. Not sure what that movement was, and now they're making a move onto Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie trying to run away, forced to use that true form. Can Seimei fight through this is the question. Even with the level 1 Corrosive Haze, it's a very tanky lone druid. And they'll just be fine after exerting their pressure here. They still have a tier 1 tower to fall back to and grab. Haven't really done much damage onto that just yet. They're feeling very confident. And it doesn't seem like Raven is interested on the Centaur Wall runoff, joining the fray at all. He's just min-max farming up there in their jungle. Don't think this tower defense is possible.
I mean, you say he's min-maxing, but he's doing a lot of min and not a lot of maxing. Look at his net worth, Sneeze. He's been farming creep, but for what?
Yeah, that's kind of strange because, you know, when we saw this Centaur, we were thinking like, oh, it's actually going to do so well into whatever they pick up. But I guess the Bristleback just really puts on so much pressure through Quills that the Centaur's natural tankiness with return doesn't really apply in this situation, right? He's kind of been suppressed a little bit, so you're looking for someone to play through, and that person just has to be Mamang Daya. But with how active Bob is being, a lot of the responses are just more defensive, and again, another Rolling Thunder, another Assassinate. Bob paving the way for his team, and he's doing a magnificent job. It's already a 4k gold lead. They're still running forward. Corrosive Haze with the chase down. The crush couldn't come through in time. Zephyr there to throw a warning shot, but it's not going to stop the side of Bruv from just collapsing on this tower. From bot to mid, nothing to stop them.
And they can just do it again top, right? There's literally nothing stopping them from running down these towers. Maybe now that Raven's here to play, things might change.
Yeah. I mean, it's at best going to be a 4v4 situation. Both the carries are farming a little bit. Raven still doesn't have to blink. It's still a ways away for him, so there's no chance for any sort of surprise initiation. The Primal Beast is almost to his Blade Mail. That's something. But it's not going to miraculously turn the fight around. Right? There's still a lot of pressure coming out from this Bruv lineup. Bob, I mean, this recovery has been stunning, right? Now with the AD rune, the blink as well, can just keep making action happen.
Nice try.
Jesus.
Lots of stacks in this.
He didn't even need to do that.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He outplayed him. He knew it, but he decides to all chat anyways. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, maybe you're leaving it for Lone Druid, but I'd like Mamandaya to clean up these stacks in the jungle. You need someone to take them before, right, like someone else comes around, because they are going to. Right now, the only objective left for Bruv to take is top. Well, Roshan's
I don't know whether
one,
that was
actually.
intentional. Yeah, they can just go in and do that. Are they there right now? I wouldn't be too surprised with the sheer amount of minus armor that they have. Yep. Aghanim's complete for 423. Bob with the AD rune. Corrosive Haze. Easy pickings. I was gonna say, I'm not really sure whether Bruv would have been concerned at all, but a little bit of a mistake from Raven because they attempted the smoke move up and he walked into Zephyr, who was smoked. So right in front of the enemy creep wave, he just kind of got smoked, which just gave away the entire move. Not entirely sure whether that matters, but you can kind of tell that maybe the side of Mantaps are starting to feel a bit, I won't say desperate, but just kind of like, okay, you know, there's nothing here anyway, so they're I'm not sure whether they knew that Roche was happening, but now this is the Aegis that they just have to contend with. And 423 can play so aggressive.
The shield ring will keep Mamandaya safe from any sort of aggression heading his way. Bob wanted it. Bob was pumping the Rolling Thunder like maybe, but just
Bob pings out in the bot lane. Yeah. Immediately the ping. I assume he's being ganked. Yeah. Slada will just go down. So very nice little heads up play there. I think Zephyr actually TP'd to the outpost just to catch him. So yeah,
a blink
the vision on the high ground will be revealed.
Well.
Yeah. A pretty good blink reveal, all things considered, given that Seimei has been rather untouched so far. Now you're pressuring. You saw 3 heroes bot though, so this mid lane is just ripe for the taking.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower.
Blade Mail is a weird item for me, because I like to classify Blade Mail into two different directions, right? It's either a hit me item or don't hit me item. Heroes like Axe, Legion, right? They force to hit you. You're always going to get value out of the Blade Mail. But there isn't a crazy amount of uncontrollable damage outside of Bristleback on the side of Bruv, right? There's nothing too crazy. There's no wind. There's no like Luna Glaives bouncing around. It's just the short burst of Bristleback guys. I feel like a
nice little play from Zephyr.
Eggs could be more valuable. Fortunately, he's stuck in the damn trees. He would have loved to chase down that squirrel, but unfortunately can't.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, top lane, set up onto Bob. Gets the easy Rolling Thunder off though, and he should be safe.
And no one's coming to help him either, so he does have to roll out of there if he wants to live.
I mean, this quiet period, I think this next maybe 10 minutes, what do you think the side of Mantaps can do to try and alleviate this pressure? Because at least from what we've seen, they haven't felt any hesitance at all, just barreling down these lanes, pressuring the towers. I feel like sooner rather than later, we're going to see them start to try and hit up these tier 2s as well. Is there any sort of direction or anything that you think Mantaps are waiting for?
I know it's boring, but Mantaps just need to split the map and farm right now, right? They need their next round of items as soon as possible. They need their Crimson Guard. They need BKB on Primal Beast. And you know what? I say they need BKB on Primal Beast. I don't know how much it's going to help you this game. Maybe you do
maybe that's
just
why
go
he's
for the
cleaning up the Aghanim
Aghanim
Scepter for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the breaks, right? On the Bristleback, I think right now they have that in terms of the Hoodwink ultimate, but it's not going to be a very sort of long-term solution. You're just, I mean, there's so many bodies in the fight. The Bristleback's all going to be in the front line with the Slada, and, you know, maybe Chen's going to body block that shit as well. You never know. But yeah, like we mentioned, straight onto the tier 2s, and like you mentioned, Crash, the side of Mantaps have no interest whatsoever contesting these. They just recognize that it's not a fight they can win. They're not going to bother trying to take it or hold, even, you know, wave clear or anything. The only person who's at these defenses is Zephyr, just trying to fish whatever EXP he can or info.
It's just to let them know that there's still someone on the enemy team willing to contest this tower. You know, just to make sure that they know Raven. Seimei, oh jeez. Blink for blink, tit for tat.
Seimei has been just absolutely devious, just hunting down these heroes. Turns around and stun. Lloyd is here as well though, and whirlwinds him away. a bit of mixed messaging. You're not necessarily sure whether they actually want to deal with Sammy or not because there are 4 heroes up here. I feel like they could have made an attempt from the Slada, but with how fast Bruv have just racked up here, maybe best to just leave it.
Yeah, it would have been a toss-up, and you're fighting into Aegis, so do you really want to take that fight? Not really.
Forcing out the Stampede, Raven should be able to make a clean escape here, but Bob coming in from a distance away to the right side of our screen. Raven still a bit too tanky, but Bob able to make it over the hurdle of the Primal Beast, bump back the poor Centaur, and the horse is going nowhere. This onslaught of Bruv heroes just keep rolling forward.
It's looking very good for Bruv right now. Despite this Gleipnir being picked up on the Lone Druid, you're still feeling so good because everyone else feels like they're an item behind you. Even like support-wise, they're items plural behind. And Changes is just finishing up drums at this point. Chen has Solar Crest met.
Yeah, it's just a tricky situation where even if the Lone Druid wanted to show off his superiority in terms of items, he hasn't really found the opportunity to do so. It feels like the past 10 minutes straight have just been Bruv running at their opponents, and there isn't really any counter initiation. There's Jackie showing on the front lines, maybe feeling a bit more confident now that his items are complete, and sure enough, there's a recognition there from Bruv. They understand that this is probably the strongest hero on the Radiant side right now. But a smoke up, trying for a wraparound. Bob, he'll be in the tree lines to break the smoke. They're running forward. He swashes through all of them. He's out. They just can't kill him for now. Do you have any sort of save? The Hand of God, it'll be enough. Bob goes down. That's a great start to the fight. I don't know whether Bruv still want to stick around for this, and it doesn't seem like Mantaps want to either. They're happy with what they've got, and they'll just back up. So this will buy them a lot of precious time. Time to farm up a bit more, time to regroup, and time to hopefully close the gap between them and Bruv, which it lies at 5k right now, but maybe they can find a bit more.
Versaback just finished Bloodstone Sneeze. I'm not liking the looks of this. It might be a big bait. Smoke out.
Yeah, smoke up. Here they come. What are they looking for though? Who do they want to find? A quick retreat after the Tormentor grab. We gotta play careful. Doesn't look like they'll find anyone on Bruv. Bob, I mean, he very, very fearlessly swashed into those 4 heroes just now, so just needing to be a bit more cautious. Oh, they have vision. The roll in. Oh, man, this Druid goes down quick. That was so much damage. If you
yeah,
don't
that's
Druid out,
sort of
now
what
it's
I
back to splitting the
expected.
map.
Like, Druid, like, cannot survive through the burst damage when he's got the minus armor on him. It's just not possible. You get 2 heroes to jump him like that, and it's just over. He's not tanky unless he's in that true form.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, also, worth noting that even against such high physical damage, we didn't see a crest build up as a first item for Lloyd. Lloyd has instead chosen to go for the drums. So you're not having that additional shield and resistance from your allies there and your supports. Oh, the jump in Tsukimoto, the only one showing. The sniper, very susceptible, tries to use the grenade to get him out, but they'll just stampede all over him. A sniper is a sniper after all, and that's the Mamang Daya axe reveal. Uh-oh, broken up on the bristleback. He needs some help. Gleipnir gonna hold him in place, but he has that Bloodstone healing right back up the foe, and the crush comes through, smacks down that Centaur. Mamang Daya in some trouble as well, but still sustaining through it all. No. Minus armor, too strong, and now they're onto the Druid. He has his true form, but the bear goes down, and so will he. Their health bars just deplete in an instant. And Lloyd, the last one standing, not for long. Triple kill for 423. Knew his limits perfectly well. He didn't care about being broken. He had that healing. Classic Mamang Daya, says Bob. Help mid still, you god damn.
Oh my god. Bob won my heart with this "I'm so bored" voice line. I remember the last tournament I was casting with him in it. He was spamming that voice line in the mid lane every time he got a kill. Every time he dodged a gank, he was on the ball with that voice line. And it makes me chuckle. It feels like the worst level of BM.
Yeah. Yeah, it has the same level as like the Thompson like loser spray, right? When he would sort of he would kill you in the mid lane and then he'd just plant that baby down and you're just like, God damn,
Yeah.
like chill, bro. Like, why you, like, it didn't have to be personal like that. And I
Yeah,
mean,
why
we
gotta
were
do it
talking
like
about
that?
Bruv already. Yeah, it's so rude. And I mean, we were talking about how Bruv were this team that had potential, right? And with their crazy strats, with 4-2-3 being able to pick these off-kilter position ones, Bob performing the way that he's doing right now. If they can keep this up, like we said, they could be the ones to throw a major upset. And I think coming into this match, we were already saying, with the experience that they've had so far, Mantaps seem to be the favorites, but not if Bruv are playing like this. Lloyd is just gonna get wrecked right now. And the entire map for the past 15 minutes has just been completely controlled by Bruv.
Ravens even forced to use his ultimate. Will Seimei guess correctly? No.
Yeah, I mean, there was no need for guessing there. There was a corrosive haze on him, but it's just a matter of distance. You know, he didn't have the sprint on him. You know what I'm saying? Took him a little while.
Skipped leg day.
Radiant are scanning.
He has a facet, but clearly he did. He's like, he literally didn't do enough. He's just weak legs on that man.
Weak legs,
Okay.
not enough.
But yeah, not
Off
legs,
leg day?
not legs entirely.
leg
It's just
day?
literally a fin, dude.
All right, buff
He
leg day.
doesn't
That's what
even-
Steve's is saying. Got it. Got it.
Can you
New
imagine
Slardar set that
Slardar
gives
with
him
legs? That'd be the
legs?
most like weird thing
It's
ever.
horrifying. I thought
kinda looks like
Viper legs
Baltimore
were
or
bad.
something like that.
Slardar legs would be the worst.
No, they have that Viper set that gives him the little mandibles at the
They have
bottom that
two.
look like legs, right? It's like floating.
They
Kinda
they the
reminds me of,
mandibles
like,
one, and they have actual feet.
Uh-huh. Oh, ew, jeez. Okay, well,
Just-
thank God
there's
I'm not a
the bird
Viper
one,
player,
yeah.
but for now, a bit of a smoke out, trying to catch them off guard. And 4-2-3 would be great to grab if only he didn't have a fresh BKB. Runs into the whole team, goes like, guys, hey, you're looking for a fight? I'll give you a fight, Raven. Where you going, buddy? No stampede for now. Bobs into the fray. A nice double stun to keep them back, but Seimei, not to be outdone here. Rolling Thunder, rolling forward. Choo-choo, here comes Bruv. Mamang Daya, where you going? The tip comes through, the clutch comes out. And Mamang Daya looking for angle out of here. BKB now revealed on Seimei. They're trying their best to put up any sort of a fight, but the Hand of God Sustained, it's way too powerful. And Mamang Daya, in his own little pulverize, he will fall. It's an ultra kill for 4-2-3, too quick on the reactions. And Zephyr, he ain't getting out of this one. GG is called. That won't preserve his life, though. A rampage for the Bristleback. What a showing here from Bruv again.
Dire victory.
You know Zephyr was calling GG just so that 4-2-3 didn't get the rampage. That was a save me GG for sure. Not 100% not because the game was over by any means. Was able to farm anything. And that is, I think, a basic strategy that Bruv can run here, right? We talked
for
about
battle.
the annoyance of the Monkey King to the Nature's Prophet in the jungle. It's the same thing with the Luna, right? You just scout her out, you bring in heroes through the Twin Gate, and you kill her. And then you go back another 30 seconds later when she respawns, maybe give her a 30-second cooldown to farm a little bit, make sure that she thinks she's safe, and then you go kill her again. Monkey King can be literally anywhere on the map, and he will be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the difference is in the previous game that we saw Tsukimoto Monkey King, I feel like the Bruv heroes had a lot of ways of connecting. At that point, the Brute Mother was very strong on the map. It was just running around with the webs placed across the lanes and all that. But this time round, I mean, it's really just Bob, isn't it? I don't really paint Omni
30
Knight to be this hero
seconds
that
to
can be on multiple places in the map very quickly. And on the flip side, I feel like it'll be very easy for the side of Mantaps to respond. They have a Tusk who loves to get hyperactive. The Nature's Prophet can TP at any point. Sure, you can talk about how Tsukimoto might find the Luna in the jungle, but if she's on her side of the jungle, it's very likely there's a Jakiro or supporting cast or maybe a tower that her allies can TP to very quickly, and suddenly Tsukimoto we've seen it before in these aggressive Monkey King moves. If the team is ready to respond, they end up feeding more gold than they're actually getting in terms of information. So I'm still a bit hesitant. I'm not a believer just yet, but I'm willing to be surprised. Looks like it is going to be a 2-for-2 exchange. Nothing crazy, as both teams were just sussing each other out, placing some early wards. Interesting to note that the side of Mantaps have actually placed a ward in their own jungle. So trying to scout for an early Tsukimoto rotation, perhaps coming down from the top lane to prevent Mamang Daya from getting ganked here. But yeah, other
That's
than
super
that,
cool.
to the laning stage we go.
And if you notice, Tsukimoto also has a deep ward on the other spire, near up top, scouting out couriers specifically. And, you know, eventually a Luna rotation, but she's not going to be there for a while. Instead, already jumping through the trees over towards a courier. Off he goes. Godspeed, Monkey King.
Shenanigans begin here. But really, it's just to make sure that small camp is blocked so there are no pulls available. Just the Doom alone isn't really much of a laning beast, but the important part is if he's left alone, right? If he can get those levels, if he can slowly accumulate the net worth and EXP, he's going to be very happy. That's all you really want on this Doom. So just use those Scorch Surfs, push in the wave. Your hard cam is unblocked so you can make that pull happen. Tsukimoto's doing a great job in terms of connecting these moves for the Doom already. So how's bot lane looking? 4-2-3 and Say on the Omni Knight and Razor versus Raven and Zephyr. I mean, this seems like it's just going to be a bit of a boring one, eh? I mean, they're just going to... Anytime one of the parties tries to engage on the other, they just throw a couple of spells out and back up.
Yeah. I mean, Zephyr has the potential to feed, right? A repelled Razor running at you with Static Link is... You know, there's nothing you can do to stop that, so you might die from it. But that's not going to come until, like, level 4. And at that point, Takiro's a little bit of a beast in his own right.
A little bit annoying. Already getting Mamang Daya's courier there. Elicits a voice line. Love that voice line, by the way. It's one of my favorites. I spam it non-stop. It's hilarious. Just the cadence of it makes me chuckle. But yeah, I can't imagine Mamang Daya's feeling too pleased about this situation. Especially since Lloyd and... yeah, Jackie can't seem to punish the Doom by himself. It all comes back down to that safe small camp block, right? The fact that Seimei can get the lane in this position means that he's at no risk of being run down by the Luna combo.
Nice shard block, but it's just going to delay the inevitable here. The lanes will meet.
Yeah, they've done this for 2 waves now. Just pulling it in front. Mamang Daya's been trying to catch Bob in some of these sprouts, but it hasn't really worked out yet. He's instead caught his own Treant twice, which is pretty funny to see. And I mean, you were talking about the Bob diff. Well, it's looking good for him so far. 12 CS to 9, although Mamang Daya does have a fair bit of denies, as to be expected of a Nature's Prophet lane. But yeah, you were calling for a kill. Might happen soon with the higher levels in the shield crash, perhaps. Nothing crazy at the moment. A bit of a quiet early laning stage, and I don't think we're expecting any major points of action. So, okay. Now that we've had some time to let these lineups just sit with us a bit, Crash, do you have any inkling of what the game plan might be for the side of Bruv here? Okay, I have to hold that thought. It's actually Bob who... Yeah, even with the ward placed deep to try and... Damn. Ah, man, you can't stop it. Tsukimoto, he just pulls the Zephyr move. Game number 1, it was Zephyr who came over to try and help Mamang Daya, and this time the Monkey King makes his move. The Nature's Prophet goes down. Now, it will be all worth it if they can punish Seimei here. They are going to run down the Doom. I say that, one last Lucent Beam. Didn't get this Primal Spring in time. He was trying to wind it up for more damage and slow, but wouldn't have made a difference.
Sorry, Sneeze, you were saying, do I... about these drafts, what do I think game plan's going to be going forward?
Yeah, I think specifically for Bruv, because I'm still a little bit confused. It doesn't really seem like they're tempoing up anytime soon either.
I don't think it's going to be something soon. I think they're going to wait for a Pango first item before they start really making moves around the map. It's just going to be Pango Tsukimoto. Maybe Sei can join as well. I doubt it. But bottom lane is going to have some aggression on the Raven. This is kind of what we were talking about, right? You can't necessarily run away from a Razor as long as he's got Omni backing him up. Tsukimoto top lane.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Interesting.
The Luna Tusk combo, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think that was necessarily him starting the fight, right? Like, it was probably a situation when Lloyd sought him out and just started punching away and he thought he could trade, so... A little bit caught out there on the Monkey King. Can't let that keep happening, but TP's coming in. Can Monkey King boundless in time? Absolutely. Zephyr, unfortunately, gonna get run down. And this is the second time that Mantaps are picking up the Centaur for Raven, which is a pick that he's really favored. But Bruv have answered with some specific niche carry picks that all do very well against it, right? First, the Bristleback that's not too worried about the return, and now this Razor who can just make your life hell even with the return.
And Raven, level 3, the same level as his rotating Monkey King, has pretty much been completely phased out of lane because he cannot step up to this Razor. You have 1 point in the stun, 2 points in the double edge. You really don't want to be double edging this lane. It's doing more damage to yourself than the enemy at this point, it feels like.
Oh, top lane, a TP in from Mamang Daya. Trying to gank this Seimei Doom. The purification, it's just enough. Are you kidding me? Night vision, they need one last Lucent Beam, but they can't find it. And here comes Bob. Amplified damage, perfect. Double kill, come on. Oh, we want the rotations from this Nature's Prophet, but all he'll find is his death. Oh, the all chat in the roll. Come on. Tsukimoto's there to help as well. And Seimei survives through it all. Now, on the bot lane, looks like Zephyr and Raven were able to tag team out onto 4-2-3. So not all is lost. They trade carry for carry. But Mamang Daya dying again there. That has got to sting.
The all chat's got to sting too, Sneeze. It's the double whammy. The death and the following, quote-unquote, banter.
Yeah. It's getting a little tough now, you know? Bob, it's fun when it's back and forth, but then when it's just one-sided and you're smacking him and he's not responding, it's no longer that funny. Now, 7-minute Wisdom Rune, like Tsukimoto. Yeah, he's on his shit again. Zephyr gonna Ice Path, but is it mistimed? No. It's just enough. And Lloyd and Zephyr aren't gonna mess around with this Monkey King. There's no point trying to hunt him down, he's just a bit too annoying. Now, did he not see Lloyd? Is he just playing around?
He's playing around.
Oh, his... Okay. The Simeon Stride did get cancelled, but the cooldown on this tree dance is still ridiculously low, so he's going to be able to escape here thanks to that infused raindrop blocking a lot of the damage from that snowball. Still early levels here, so not much of a magic damage new. TP to the top lane. Oh, okay. I thought he was getting dived or something. But Lloyd, here maybe just to try and enable some aggression. There's level 6 on Jackie right now. Here they go, straight onto the Doom. Say's right there with a repel though, so quick with the response. With the clips. Lock in the Doom. It's again not enough damage? Are you kidding me? The second time Seimei is gonna survive and now the Luna's gonna get turned on. Oh no, Jackie. Seimei comes back for the auto attack. These guys are feeling themselves. 3k gold lead already. And Mamang Daya, even though he throws in the Nature's Wrath, he doesn't actually come in and help. Imagine if a Nature's Prophet actually came in there. That would have been a very different look.
It's the fear of Bob in you, right? Bob has owned you in the mid lane. You don't know if you have, like, you have the capabilities of killing one, but are you really going to be able to kill off Bob 2 without dying again? I don't know. And would you know, you don't know about the kills, but you definitely do know you can take a tier 1 tower with your Treant, so they're going to try their best. Rotations might come in still, though. Razor's very low. He's not going to join the fray. And with Bob's cooldowns and mana situation right now, he's probably not going to join either. Tsukimoto's going to have to sit and watch his tower die. So overall, though, I think that's the right choice from Mamang Daya. It's the definite versus the unknown, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think the whole reason why he was down there to begin with is because they attempted a gank on the Razor and weren't able to close out the kill. Now, Bruv, they're gathering around this bot lane. I'm not really sure why, because there's nothing really to get from here, other than maybe die, because there's still 4 heroes on Mantaps sticking around. So, Bob slowly making the move down here. Has the Rolling Thunder available. Maybe wants to catch out Raven before he hits that level 6. My goodness, Raven really suffering in terms of the EXP department. Oh,
EXP,
net worth as well.
Net worth,
dude,
everything.
Raven.
Yeah. A 400 different, and also, while we're talking about net worth and correlation items, Tsukimoto is going first item Rod of Atos.
Okay. I mean, I like that, right? It helps out with a bit of their catch issue that we were talking about in the draft. Ooh, cut down. But Lloyd, that might have been a bit of a bait. Of course not. Drinking Buddies is a real ability, guys. Did you see that? He just flew.
It's a free 4-staff, better than a 4-staff even. 4-staff on
what happens, dude? What happens when Nature's Prophet TP like is about to complete, and you drinking buddies to him, do you fly across the map? I'm gonna have to try that. I feel like
There's
the answer
demo mode
is
for
an
a
obvious
reason,
no, and you
Sneeze,
just
yeah.
True. I need to pop that bit. That would be pretty funny. Can you imagine? The bond
log out
of
right
drinking
now
alcohol
and,
together
start.
traverses.
Middle tower is under
Yeah, literally disconnect from this game and just
Yeah,
just all for
real
that
quick, you can
interaction.
do that. Yes, please. Very important, very important. Maybe we'll see it in action. Maybe we'll get our answer here.
Yeah. 4, 2, 3. Okay, it's just a farming out of the storm, just to clear this stack. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It seems like they want to use this. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Straight onto the tusk, but Semik's actually taking a lot of magic damage, not respecting the physical that can come out, and the Doom is going to take out the tusk. Bob is here though, and the Stampede forced means the chase will be suspended. The TP on the Mamang Daya again, the stomp is there, and damage should be enough. He has the Seeds of Serenity. I don't think it'll make much of a difference though. The Razor gonna go down as well. So a bit overzealous on Seimei, not gonna lie. Just throwing out the Doom, but Bob has TP'd in Raven. Nice ring around the Rosie here. He'll target Mamang Daya and instead his best friend. And
That one was
should
personal.
be a quick kill on the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, but literally he had Raven in front of him and he's like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
I want you.
No,
Dire's
he
bottom
could have
tower
gotten both. He could have gotten both, but he wanted to send a message, and that's what's important.
Yeah, I mean, there was no way Mamang Daya was getting out of that one, right? He's like kind of stuck in a rough spot already. Just like, yeah, screw your silly little pet pony. I'm coming for you.
Dire's bottom
And Atos
tower
complete
is
on the
under
Monkey
attack.
King. This is so early compared to the item timings. You're looking at Raven. He is full 1.1k away from his Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower
Mamang Daya hasn't even finished his Maelstrom.
Dire's
I mean, the Luna's
structures
doing
are
decently in terms of farm, but the rest of the Mantaps heroes just have no items to speak of. This is Struggle City here, Crash.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I would say they've been a resident of Struggle City for a while now. They took the Suffer bus. They're here now. That was game number 1. They've arrived here, game number 2 at Struggle City, and they don't like it. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good look either, especially from a team that we had high hopes for.
Yeah, and Raven's former nickname was the one true king, right? He's the king of Struggle Kingdom right now. He's not liking his throne very much. It's very uncomfortable. His booty is a bit too big, as you can see, and he just can't carry the weight. For now, he did a good job to stomp Tsukimoto as he was jumping in to prevent any further aggression, but him and Zephyr are just cowering under a cliff ward. So Mantaps, they have no idea that they're just fully being spotted out here. Just dancing around and playing with this poor Jakiro. Nice stomp though, Tsukimoto looking to be the target and forcing Bob to TP out. Nice response. I mean, Mantaps didn't know they were being spotted, but I'm pretty sure they had a good idea that sort of aggression was coming, so very well prepared for it and good answer.
Yeah, everyone, like, fingers on their TP, they were ready for that. They TP into both the tier 1 and the tier 2 tower to make sure everyone is there as fast as possible. And overall, yeah, really good play. They should be able to deward that ward. I think they should have a good idea that it's there now, though. Make sure that something like that doesn't happen again. Because that would be scary. If that gank sort of worked out, if they brought 3-4 heroes instead of just the 2 on Bruv, it could have been a totally different
Stomp
story.
TP? Nope,
Nope.
of course. Tsukimoto right there to stop him. Poor old Raven. Heavy is the crown on the Struggle Kingdom ruler here. And unfortunate moves. I mean, all things considered, even though they are getting kind of dogged on a little bit here on some of their other heroes, the Luna is still farming, right? The Luna's keeping up, and I think that accounts for something, because Jackie has been untouched for the past, I'd say maybe 5-6 minutes. He's getting his way towards the Manta already, just missing the recipe. So you mentioned that, or at least from the start, I don't think we were too clear on what the plan was going to be for Bruv. In fact, it's still the same MO of them just running at you and being relentlessly aggressive. But if the Luna can get to a timing, that's still something that needs to be respected.
Yeah. Unless you can sort of chain kill her now. Very close to getting that done, unfortunately. I mean, they still can. If Jackie steps up a little bit too far, they're going to smoke out themselves.
Raven Blink Dagger. They want to try and reveal it with a kill, but Tsukimoto there again. Oh, they see the Luna, the Doom on her. Stay for now. There's a Rolling Thunder chasing her down though, and a nice Macro Pyre in the middle. This Luna is not escaping her death. The blink back as well. Bob mistiming it a little bit, forcing Mamandaya to TP away is the Razor, but he can't get away before he just dies. Somehow Tsukimoto, who broke that entire smoke, is still alive thanks to the efforts of Sei. It looks like Zephyr will go down, Rod of Atos and the Primal Spring, slowing him to a crawl. So not as bad as it could be. Mamandaya again has to kind of sacrifice his life for the greater good. Jackie still survives, and that's a Doom used, and basically all the ultimates on the side of Bruv here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we didn't see it just a slight little bit of a lull in the game now. Maybe for a minute, maybe. You can still make aggressive moves, but you're not going to look for a full 5-on-5. Maybe just a cheeky little pick-off from Tsukimoto and Bob.
I think one thing that really stands out to me about Tsukimoto's Monkey King, apart from how goddamn good it is his priority on the shot. Because I know the Boundless Strike, being able to jump and relocate to the end of the Boundless Strike, is a very handy tool to have, but it never struck me as so handy that you're queuing it as a literal second item. And he did this even in the previous game after completing Solar Crest as well, so clearly prioritizing the utility that brings you in terms of positioning. But it's just very cool to see someone who's so clearly a master on this hero and style.
Well, keep in mind, Monkey King's all about the Primal Spring, and Shard also triggers a 60% Primal Spring bounce.
True. And right now, what he is found the target. It's very conveniently goes back to base. You talked about a lull of 1 minute. The lull was Tsukimoto just refilling his HP, jumping straight to where the Luna was, and summoning his entire team. You know, everything I was saying about it being hard for the Bruv heroes to connect, I guess I have to eat my words because they are just everywhere.
It was just this 3-man gang squad. It wasn't the whole team, but they are currently rotating up top as the whole team to join 423.
Forcing out the Stampede here, Raven should be back to safety, but again, never like to use the ult like that. Just feels bad. Now you don't have it for a potential other gank that, you know, might just be coming because the Luna are respawning. You know Tsukimoto's gonna be hunting for her. Look at where he is compared to the team. He already sees the TP. Uh-oh. Seimei just waiting for the Doom, waiting for his time. Uh-oh. The trap is set. Eclipse is used. Nice Manta to try and buy some time. Rolling Thunder coming in. And the Doom on the right hero. Nothing Zephyr can do to save his carry. Just has to watch him die. Where's your Stampede now? Dead in the ground. Mamandaya TPing in. Just to witness the carnage. Trying to get out. And no way of stopping him this time round. But the losses, they're far too great. His other two cores have gone down. And Zephyr will follow. Lloyd? Gonna save your buddy syndrome. I mean, I know y'all drink together, but now you're about to be drinking to the grave. Lloyd, Atos up and finished off. A 4-man smackdown in this bot lane. Mid-diff, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It might be a bit of BM, it might be a bit overzealous, but I'm inclined to believe him.
You know, he's got the skills to pay the bills, Sneeze, and he is showing that off right now. Bob asked for a tip. Mamandaya will give it to him. He deserves it. Bob has played out of his mind, and I think Mamandaya knows that too.
Yeah. It's all those things. I think at the end of the day, as much as it might seem a little bit antagonistic, I think we have to remind everybody that these guys are friends, right? They've known each other, played against each other for so long, and Mamandaya, real recognize real. You know what I mean? When you've just been gapped, you gotta show respect, and Bob has played phenomenally. I think he's been a big driving component. We talk about how Mantaps have built their entire run behind Mamandaya. And it's very clear that when Mamandaya doesn't have a good game, the rest suffer immensely. Raven and Jackie haven't really been able to pick up the pieces when Mamandaya has faltered.
Because they're all broken themselves. Jackie's doing fine-ish, but he's being out-farmed by a Razor. Not a good look as the Luna.
Radiant are scared.
Yeah. I mean, with the Calamity happening on the map and 423's relative freedom to just get whatever he wants, it's not like Raven really put up much of a fight in the bot lane as well. And
no.
Again, it goes back to the hero matchups that we talked about. The Centaur, generally a pretty safe off-laner to pick, but not against the two specific choices that 423 has made to bring out in these two games. That's a very, very tough laning stage for him.
Alright, Crimson Guard now complete, and they want more, they want blood.
Stampede out. Try to retreat. Still have eyes on Lloyd though. Countering the ball with a snowball. Nice cut down of the tree. Lloyd doing everything he can to survive, but he knows he's gone. At least he buys time for the rest of his team to escape. But again, this is so low committal, right? They use a Rolling Thunder, it's up in 1 minute. Meanwhile, you've popped the Stampede to save a support and it doesn't even happen. So, it feels like it's only a matter of time. I think the only thing really stopping Bruv right now is the fact that their lineup isn't really the best at Roche, and they don't want to tempt fate, right? They don't want to try slamming their heads in these tier 2 towers before they feel strong enough. But they're getting there.
Yeah, I think maybe you wait like Doom Blink, Razor should have BKB soon as well.
Razor BKB?
Ready. Yeah. And then at that point you just kind of full send, right?
Yeah, they got the Solar Crest. The Razor, interestingly, opted to prioritize Sanj and Yasha first, so a very defensive build. I think he just understands that as long as he exists in the fight, he's going to be racking up so much damage, and he doesn't want to fall prey to some of these mini stuns, these magic damage bits. Oh, not the Mamang Daya hate squad. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know Mamang Daya hate to see Bruv coming. Like, this is cruel.
Yeah, but the Mamang Daya hate club loves to see it coming, so kind of balances itself out, doesn't it?
True. Mamang Daya hate squad, I believe, is actually the alternate name for Bruv. But they're officially registered as Bruv, of course, for obvious non-discriminatory reasons.
Yeah, that was their team name before this tournament.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Mamang Daya hate squad, and then the admins were like, yeah, you can't name your team that, and they were like, Bruv. You know, I guess we can go with that.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on a minute. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, I mean, there's a cute ring to it, and I mean, right now they are. Look, we asked for a closer series. We're not getting one, but it is very cool to see a team do so well on a unique style, right? I think this is very different from what we've come to expect from the meta in terms of some of the other teams at the tier 1 level, what we've been seeing in other qualifiers and other regions so far. It's just clear that this team has their own take on how they want to play Dota in this patch, and it's working out for them very nicely. I wonder how it's going to stack up into some of their other opponents here. As Raven seems like a bit of a last-ditch attempt here. Got the touch on Say, but they haven't even gotten him to low HP. The Rolling Thunder safeguarding the Omni, and now 423 is in there with the BKB, zapping up Jackie. Jackie is gone, and it feels like so are the hopes of Mantaps. They're going to be very swiftly eliminated and dealt with, and Raven, the last one standing in this fight, will get crushed as well. Among just Ironwood Treant for anybody? Little creep pool, anybody? That's all he can do.
Middle tower has fallen.
Same as get back here. Okay, Bob. Look. There's having fun, and then there's going a little bit too far. Game is not over yet. You are 20k up. But game is not over yet by any means necessary. You are still going up against the Luna draft. Luna, even on low network, can still do a lot.
I get where he's coming from. I think game might be a bit over, more than we expect. Maybe there's a win probability probably like over 90%. But yeah. I get what you're saying, and I think, you know, Bob has simultaneously won our hearts and like kind of lost it a little bit, because you're reaching the point of BM where it's just a little bit like, okay, buddy, you know, we get it. You're good at Dota. Yeah, you got this guy. You got him good. As Seimei, Doom onto Mamang Daya. The hate club rejoices in the distance. Audience cheering. Bob rolling in, and this will likely be the extermination. If this ain't the final straw, I don't know what else will be. The voice lines there feeling good, bruv. All over Mantaps right now. This looks to be the end of the road. Now, I don't know whether they're going to call GG just yet, just because this is the elimination game, and the final one they're going to get to play in this qualifiers. And you got to keep in mind as well that this is the first qualifiers that this team has come together. So maybe still a bit of growing pains, as they're probably discussing how they could have changed things around, how the game could have been different. But realistically speaking, this game, you put Mamang Daya on Nature's Prophet, that I'm sure he can play, but it's just not one of his big three, right? And it looks so different.
Yeah, it did, and we saw, right, last game, the priority being put on Mamang Daya during the draft by Bruv, by the bans from Bruv. This game, same thing, right? Ban out the big three, and all of a sudden, you know, Mamang Daya's left kind of scratching. Okay, I guess I gotta go with this Nature's Prophet. We can flex it, but I want it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him at all. And no. I mean, at some point, you know, with Bob having slammed this Pango last pick so many times and just owning with it, we gotta imagine that
Dire are
at some point someone's gonna ban it in the final phase or something. Like, this feels like some of the other performances Bob has had, it's not been so convincing. And here instead, it's just Tango Nation every day of the week. Yeah, I mean, he just looks so comfortable. He knows how to win even in the rougher lane matchups and recoup his game. He's making great early rotations. His team is enabling him. Everything's just lining up Bob.
Imagine picking Pango 2024.
Yeah. Nerd behavior. Can you pick a real hero, Jesus?
Yeah, right.
Radiant are scared.
All right, Zephyr.
Yeah, this is
Godspeed.
I mean, this is the part of the game where, you know, everything just slowly wraps itself up. There's a bit of denial involved, of course, going through the 5 stages of grief. A bit slower than usual, you know, some of the other teams would have GG'd out by now, but maybe just maybe, Mantaps have a plan for trying to come back into this Stampede. Gonna get them the distance away, at least save Lloyd and Raven for now. Nice little defensive maneuvers, but Bob is still right on their high ground, ready to rumble. Gonna eat quite a bit of an Eclipse, but he is so bloody tanky, he doesn't care. Has a Heavenly Grace on him. And yeah, he's fine. Like, Octarine Core means that Rolling Thunder's back up to 20. Meanwhile, Tsukumoto is soloing Mamang Daya
Oh no.
with a Gleipnir on a Monkey King by himself. This is a pause 4, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. I'm surprised Bob didn't say anything about that, honestly. I think that's the most surprising thing this game.
Now I respect it. You know, he's only BMing in plays he's involved in. He's a little busy on the high ground of the opponent base by himself right now. So,
And Rolling Thunder's back up
Little
because of this
occupied.
Octarine Core.
here it comes. That's what they were waiting for. Doom onto the Luna, couldn't pull into the snowball in time. And without the Stampede, there's no way she can make enough distance. Just the easy bounce back for Bob. Missing that roll, okay. A little bit miscalculation there, but still no healing to be found in the fountain. And yeah, GG, finally, Mantaps will tap out. And unfortunately, that means that's the end of the road for them. They will not have a chance anymore at the close qualifier victory in Southeast Asia. They will have to bow out, but Bruv, on an absolute warpath. Yesterday, it was a different team, I swear, but today, they ate their breakfast, they're ready to go.